OCs, original characters, mostly known for fan-created characters based on existing shows, games, anime, or really any kind of media people get attached to. You've probably seen some of them on social media at some point, whether you realized it or not.
Hey, Yue! Bakugo Katsuki is not a monster! So stop treating him like he is one!
Or heard some other stories about it, the kind that make you pause for a second and go, wait, what? Like, genuinely, some OCs are drawn so well, and they make you think for a moment and be like, wait, did I miss something? Who is this? See, the thing about OCs is they're actually a very cool and genuinely creative way for fans to add their own ideas, personalities, and concepts into an already existing canon story. Of course, it's not actually going to become a part of the official story or anything, but it's kind of like a fan fiction where people rewrite endings, add new arcs, or insert entirely new characters into the narrative just for fun and personal enjoyment. And honestly, that's part of the charm, you know? In fact, many OCs appear in fanfics, sometimes as main characters, sometimes as side characters, sometimes as the entire driving force behind the story itself. Often they're used as a way to replace the Your Name character too, making the story feel more personal, or they're just straight up the writer's self-insert, whether subtly or very obviously. So while OCs can be fun, creative, and genuinely cool, giving people a lot of ways to express themselves and interact with the world they love, sometimes they're also, like, why are so many Naruto OCs just Sakura replacements? Like, seriously, every time you see one, like, the character always, like, is, like, traced off of Sakura and, like, replaces her role in Team 7, but she's just, you know, stronger and from a powerful clan, like a Senju or Uzumaki too, and of course he has to have big boobs because, you know, that's the driving force that makes her better than Sakura. But I mean, generally speaking, not just Naruto OCs, many female OCs I've seen replace a canon female character and a complete Mary Sue's with no real flaws, no meaningful struggles, and somehow instantly become the most important person in the entire story, and of course a love interest to one of the main characters. And that thing doesn't just apply to the female OCs either. Honestly, the same goes for the male OCs, but to be honest, I haven't seen too many male OCs, so maybe I'm just kind of biased here because of my experience, but you know, a lot of them just seem kind of lazy and exist only as a tool to ship yourself, or what is a painfully obvious self-insert with a character where the entire personality revolves around being cool, mysterious, overpowered, and somehow instantly admired by everyone they meet. Listen, I've got OCs too, alright? And I've written my own little fanfics with them interacting with canon characters, putting them into situations, imagining how they'd fit into the story. It's fun, it's generally fun, but sometimes the OCs are just so painfully self-inserts that it becomes hard to ignore. Like, you can just immediately tell. I remember that one My Hero Academia OC where the, like, creator shipped them with Bakugo, and mind you, the creator is a fully grown woman with children who also looks suspiciously similar to her OC, leading people to obviously believe that this OC is just a self-insert. So yeah, naturally some people were weirded out by this 30-plus-year-old woman shipping herself, well, her self-insert with a teenage boy, which yeah, you can probably see why that didn't sit right with a lot of people.
Hi everyone, so in case you didn't know, this is Erin Clover, who is a 30-years-old woman with a husband and kids who draws herself doing inappropriate things with the character Bakugo in the anime. He is 16, making him a minor. She also drew a comic where in one of the chapter her or her character gets RIP'd by Bakugo. Her justification for this is that she commented on social media somewhere, I believe it's fine to draw of young characters if they are aged up. This is still clearly wrong in my eyes. To be honest, she has drawing talent, but she uses it for this.
I think she deleted her account a while ago, which is a wise decision to make because, it's honestly such a shame because her art was actually really good and you could tell she had real talent. It just got overshadowed by, well, everything else surrounding it. Recently I also watched a video about some dude who writes fanfics where he has a self-insert beloved by all the girls of shows like Gravity Falls, and I believe the other one was like The Loud House or something. Mind you, this dude is a grown man, so yeah, this was very uncomfortable indeed. And it really does make you wonder, seriously, why do these fandoms always attract so many weirdos? Like, and it's often these kids shows too, like, we're not even gonna start talking about My Little Pony and bronies here.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure you're aware of Princess Celestia being portrayed as a tyrant, an internet troll, and God forbid, a monster.
No shade if you like My Little Pony, that's totally valid, but you know. Like, genuinely, what is it about fandom spaces that creates this kind of weird behavior over and over again? Listen, I'm a weird person myself, alright? The stuff I watched as a kid definitely shaped me into the weirdo I am today, and I think many of you can relate to that in some way or another. We all had our phases, our obsessions, our favorite characters we got really attached to, but my god, there's a difference between being a little weird and being that kind of weird. This actually brings me to one of the most well-known original characters on the entire internet, Sonichchu. Sonichchu is honestly kind of a legendary example when it comes to OC culture, being a hybrid of Sonic the Hedgehog and Pikachu created by Christian.
White. He's the devil.
I want everything about my house off the internet!
Yeah, he is. He is smarter than you. He is luckier than you.
And over the time becoming this massive internet phenomenon for reasons that go way beyond just being a simple fan character. What started as an OC eventually turned into an entire comic series, a whole universe of characters, and a very, very deep rabbit hole of internet history that people still talk about till this day. And very ironically, Sonichchu perfectly represents both sides of the OC culture: the creativity, the passion, the dedication, but also a lack of self-awareness, the self-insert elements, and the way things can spiral when someone gets a little too personally attached to their own creation. And that's kind of the thing with OCs in general. And for God's sakes, please don't mistake me for saying you having a self-insert OC makes you like Christian. God, no. He's obviously an extreme, and I'm not comparing every single OC out there to Christian, that would be ridiculous. But I'm just saying, you know. At their best, OCs are creative, expressive, and a really fun way to explore stories in new ways. At their worst, they can be awkward, uncomfortable, and sometimes just straight up hot to look at without cringing a little too much. Sometimes kinda illegal too. Here's the thing though, I don't actually think that this whole self-insert Mary Sue OC thing is a huge problem. At least not in the way people sometimes make it out to be. Because if we're being honest for a second, we all wanted to be in a fictional world at some point in our lives, right? Whether that was as a kid or even now. And not just there as some background character either. We wanted to matter, you know? We wanted to be important characters. We wanted to have like cool powers, look good while using them, and be part of the story in a meaningful way. And also a little bit of romance, of course. Isn't that kind of normal though? Like, genuinely, isn't that just a very human thing to imagine yourself in worlds you love and think, yeah, I would like to be here. Yes, it can definitely go to extremes that are very wrong, very questionable, and sometimes just straight up uncomfortable, depending on the situation and the context. But as long as it doesn't cross the line and is just kind of cringe, kind of weird, maybe a little self-indulgent, so what? Like, honestly, who is it hurting at the end of the day, you know? I don't like reading stories of OCs ex-canon characters too, but like, my god, you know? I don't blame you for shipping yourself with the character. I mean, hello Leon, hello Virgil, hello Hogs, and hello Shadow the Hedgehog. Wait, what? Like, come on now. We all have at least one character where we like, yeah, if I had the chance, I would. Probably more than just one character. Yes, we all have love for our favorite characters, and maybe a little too much sometimes. Maybe more than we'd like to admit out loud, or more than we should. But that's part of being in the fandom, I believe. And it's also part of being attached to a story and its characters that actually mean something to you. And OCs are fun. They're creative, and at their core, they're pretty innocent when you really think about it. They do no harm. That's really all it comes down to. As long as you're not crossing any serious lines, making people uncomfortable in a harmful way, or doing anything generally problematic, then just have fun with it. So yeah, keep drawing your cool OCs, keep writing your stories, keep making your little self-insert characters that interact with your favorite worlds. And honestly, tell me about them in the comments, because I'm actually curious what kind of characters you guys guys come up with. I also have membership now, which I genuinely didn't expect because I don't even have 1k subscribers yet, which is your sign to also subscribe to my channel, by the way. And yeah, if you want to support me, feel free to become a member. Thank you very much. And of course, don't forget to subscribe like I already said. And if you enjoyed the video and want to see more stuff like this in the future, like the video, and link to my Discord is in the bio. So if you want to hang out, talk, or just share your OCs there too, you can send pictures there. Feel free to join. And yeah, bye!
Woo!